Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY Dreaming, and on this video we're going to make 4 different kinds of Christmas tree ornaments. I want to give you this idea that this would be so much fun to do with your book club, to do with your neighborhood friends, your workout friends, your Bible study friends, with all your grandkids, with your brownies, with your Boy Scouts, with your Girl Scouts. I mean, this would be a super fun group activity. So, this is what we're going to be using. This is called Christmas Minis A. I'm not sure why it's called A. Anyways, it has 12 different designs on it, something that would appeal to everyone. And then we're going to be using this style of Christmas ornament, which is called Arabesque. They're already painted front and back. We're going to be using this style of ornament. These are like little mini mason jars. They are natural, so you can leave them that way or paint them. We're going to paint them. We're going to be using these. These are called chalkboard tags, so they're not necessarily intended to be ornaments, but they work great. And there's nothing you have to do to prepare those. And then we're going to be using these, which are called white wood tags, something like that. So these are a little bigger, just to give you some comparison. But they both work great. And there's really nothing you need to do to prepare these. The only ones that you're going to paint are going to be these ones. So let me throw these aside because I have been busy working to get everything ready to go. As you were hopping on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Feel free to sprinkle all that good stuff. We're going to be doing black and white, and we're going to be dolling them up. These are going to be super cute. But what I want you to keep in mind is that you could do this all a whole bunch of colors, or say you're doing a red Christmas tree, you could just do them in red or purple or gold or absolutely whatever appeals to you. And because there's 12 on here, you could have as many as 6 people or more and just give each person 2 of these to use. Okay, so for the ornaments that we're painting and for the edges, we will be using Waverly white paint from Walmart. And we will be using Waverly, it's black, but it's called ink paint from Walmart. We're not using this on our stencils, we're using it to paint. Like for example, these started out like this. And I just painted the front and back of them with 1 coat of Waverly paint. We're going to use them also to do the edges. So we're even going to do some of the edges in white. So those are the colors of paint, but again, feel free to do whatever appeals to you. We're going to be dolling them up with absolutely whatever you want. I have a selection of ribbon. It's pretty thin. That seems to work better. And tulle, which the tulle is from Hobby Lobby, but you can pick it up at Walmart too. And then I'm using this natural polished hemp as my hangers. But you can use whatever you want, and we'll be using black and white chalk paste, and we'll be using a kitchen sponge that has a little scrubby side. Okay, so that's it. All right, well, let's start at the very beginning. Before I came live, I got everything pretty much ready to go, so you wouldn't have to watch me paint or watch the paint dry, because I think that is boring. So, for this one, it was already painted, and I just did the black edging, and I want to show you how to do that because it's really easy. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of this black paint and I'm putting it on a paper plate, and it's not going to take much. This Waverly paint, by the way, oh, it'd be cool to make ceiling fans, Susie says. That's a great idea. This paint is super thick. Okay, so I'm going to turn this plain one that comes pre-painted, and they come 12 in a package, into this. All right, and so I'm going to scoot my camera back to start out with. can never decide where I want to be. Okay, I put it on a paper plate, and now I'm leaning like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Okay, and I'm going to just take this. This is a full-size sponge that I cut into smaller pieces. It's not wet, okay? And I'm just dabbing the scrubby side. This was a trick that I learned from Lisa Ramsey. She's one of the owners of Magnolia Design Company. Wow, I'm really leaning. So it's just a great way to do the edges. So I've just dipped this and offloaded, and I'm just going to run it along the sides. And I'm holding on to the middle because I'm going to do both the front and the back. I personally love black and white, but I think these would be adorable in just about any kind of color combinations. And you can see it grabs different areas thicker, and it just kind of outlines it, which I think is really nice. Okay, so this one is ready to go, and I did the exact same thing with this. Let's do it again. What the heck? Then I'll have some extra ones to make. These come a pack of 12. They're already painted, and they're called Arabesque. And you know where they got the idea for these is there were a lot of videos on YouTube and Pinterest where people were using those glossy tiles that you can get at hardware stores that are meant for backsplashes, that are arabesque shape, and they were creating Christmas ornaments with those. And I did that too a few years ago. The thing is, though, those are so heavy that they want to fall off your Christmas tree. So Magnolia designed some of these that are that shape, and these are lightweight, and they come in a package of 12. And they have a hole in them already, which is nice. Okay, let me get something for my fingers real quick, and then we'll keep moving on. You don't have to do the edging if you don't want to, but I just think it adds a little something extra that I think is really nice. It gives your project some interest. Okay, so these two are dry. Let's do the mason jar. And then we'll move on to the, you can see how quick this happens. We'll move on and do the black pieces. So, see how quick that goes on there. And let's just do the back. You guys, I have been humming Happy Birthday today for some reason. I have absolutely no idea why, but I have. So I'm going to set this over here also, and I'll try to remember to come back to it. Oops. Let me make sure that I didn't get something yucky on the front of it. I did. So the mason jars are not really intended to be ornaments, but they're super cute. They make great ornaments. Okay, so here is the chalkboard tags, and let's swap this out and do some white edging. I desperately need to go buy some new white Waverly paint at Walmart. This is the best stuff, and it's super affordable. Okay, so I have another scrubby sponge it's dry. And let me show you on one of these. So these come, they're chalkboard. They come all ready to go. You don't have to paint them or anything. And I just dipped my scrubby, and I'm just going roughly around the edges. And let's do the other side. You could also also use a palette knife if you want to do this, but honestly, the kitchen scrubby sponges are the easiest. Okay, I'm going to set this over here while it's drying, and I have one more to do, and then we'll move on to the next step. I see lots of people on. So I know it's, if you're watching live, it's the end of September 2023, and you're thinking Christmas ornaments? It's not even October yet. But the thing is, every year Magnolia does a set of Christmas minis, and darn it, like every single year they sell out. So I'm just putting this out there for you, that if you think you want to do some ornaments, grab one of these, and I'll get links when I'm all finished. It's called Christmas Minis A, and grab your preferred, or several, whatever you like, kind of these shapes. There's also wood slices. There's some other shapes that you could use too, but grab those and then tuck them away for a month or so. And then at, mid-November, we get together with some girlfriends, neighbors, workout friends, Bible study friends, or with the kids in your life. Have a get together. I think that would be super fun. Okay, so this one I painted black, and I just did one coat on the front and the back. And the only reason why I painted this black was because I was going with a black and white theme. So these ornaments are so super affordable to make and super cute, I think. Okay, I'm going to set this over here to dry. And let me get another wipe for my hands so I don't start right out smudging everything. Okay, so what do you guys think so far? Okay, so I'm going to just plop these things over here for the time being. All right, and let's go with the ones that I have ready, which is this one. Trying to remember which ones were ready. This one. Let's say this one. And this is not ready, but we'll do it last. Well, no, we'll do the one that is ready. I'm missing one. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing my 2 jars. My 2 mason jars. So we'll do these last. All right. There are so many cute little designs on this sheet. Personally, I love all the snowflake stuff. Let It Snow, Joy to the World, Hot Chocolate Weather, Burr, those all, and the deer, they all have snowflake shapes. But if you're doing this with kids, it'd be super fun. There's a little gnome, there's a little teddy bear, there's a little bird with a hat and ice skates, some Christmas trees, a snowman, here's a faith piece, here's an adorable house. So there's lots of cute pieces on here. And what you're gonna do, okay, these must be my ones that are ready. Ready. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna cut out the different designs that you might want. They give you the little lines on here. Okay. Let's do this funny little gnome. Okay, then we'll come back to these other ones. All right, so it's gonna come like this, and I'm gonna actually cut it a little bit smaller so I can visualize where it is on my piece better. And I am leaving room on the sides. And then I'm going to take the backing off. And this little green towel right here is called a tacky towel. And it's just good to add a little fuzz to the back of your stencils because these are so sticky when you first get them. And sometimes if you're working on like a piece of paper or something that's been painted, they're so sticky that they could almost pull it up. So let's use this one first. And I'm just going to lay my little guy on here. I'm putting him towards the bottom because we're going to build a bow for right here on the top. Okay, and I'm using white chalk paste. Actually, he's crooked. Let's get him on here straight. So this is white chalk paste. Just going to take a teeny little dab. I'm pushing the chalk paste through the holes in my stencil, which if you're new, these are reusable many, many, many times. So if you're going to have an ornament making get together, you can throw them in a little tub of water, wash them, dry them off on the tacky towel. The inside part of this is to pat them dry and keep using them over and over and over and over. He's so cute. I'm throwing this in my tub of water. And we'll come back in a few minutes and we'll build a little bow for that. You should save those pieces you trimmed off and make a stencil design. That's a good idea. Okay, so I'm going to set this right here. Oh, and I didn't show you how I did the jute, which let's do that for the next one. Okay, so I love this stuff. Natural polished hemp. It's from Walmart. It's in the craft section. But it's really in the where the jewelry making supplies are. And the reason why I love this is because it's polished, so it's easy to get wood beads and stuff on it. And it doesn't matter how long you cut it, but I'm just folding it in half and squeezing a little point here on the end. And let's do this one next. I'm going to poke it through the hole, and then I'm just bringing the tail through the hole. And on this one, this is how it's going to come up, which does not matter because we're going to do a little bow. And then I'm tying a double knot or a square knot or whatever the heck you call that here. And then I'll trim that a little shorter, but I have this to put it on my tree. If you like longer ones, you can make it longer. It's totally up to you. Okay, let's do, on this one, obviously, I'm going to do black because, let's do this little house, because the ornament is white. This little ornament, I have something here to show you. This little design reminds me of this adorable design that Magnolia has, which this has been sitting here, so it's kind of fallen apart a little bit, but I did this shadow box last year with this adorable little stencil, and there's faux snow in there and some Christmas trees. Anyway, so it's really cute. Okay, and I'm going to take it off the backing. I'm hanging on to this. I'm going to fuzz it a couple times. All right, and then I'm just going to lay this on here. Press it on really good, and let's get our black chalk paste and a little squeegee. And I'm just going to dip it in my black chalk paste. I'm applying my chalk paste, and then I will squeegee off any big lumps or clumps and stop. And we will come back to this in just a minute or two. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Okay, this is going in my tub of water until I can get out to the kitchen sink to wash it. Let me show you. So we'll do a cute little bow on this one. Aren't these cute? And they're so quick and easy, super affordable. I just think it would be a super fun project to do. Okay, let's do our mason jar. Whoops. Okay, in my life, in general, I am not super athletic. I'm actually kind of clumsy. I'm the type of person who stumbles or falls down when you're in a big city. I fall into the things where trees are planted. So I'm not super graceful, and I'm also the type that is always getting my hands dirty. How about you? Okay, I want to do something with, let's do this, with white on this. And it's still probably a little wet, so I'll come back and stick the jute through it in a few minutes. So I'm just fuzzing it. You could actually stencil both sides if you wanted. That if you were going to do that, you might not want to do a little bow. I think these mason jars are super cute for ornaments. I don't know why I didn't think about that last year, but I thought about it this year, so better late than never, right? Adorable! And it's definitely not dry on the edges. I can see that already. Carefully pick it up. Look how adorable that is. So we'll set it over here. And we'll get this on the next ornament, so let me just wipe it up. So what are you guys thinking? Lynn says the first day in New Orleans, she misjudged where the sidewalk was and she fell into the street. Well, I've fallen into those big holes where trees are, and they usually have some kind of metal grate around them. I was with my husband and my boys, and we were, I don't know, maybe in New York or something. And everyone was so embarrassed by me. They were like, "Get up, Mom, get up." I'm like, "I think I'm hurt." So they had no sympathy for me. Okay, let's do this one. And what should we do? There's so many cute designs. Let's do these Christmas trees. So don't throw away your backing sheets. And when you're getting ready to put these back on, you want to put the side that is shiny. Can you see that? This side is flat. The side that is shiny is the side that goes next to your stencil. Okay, and on all of these, I'm leaving some room at the top for a bow. Let's do the jute on this one because it's dry. So I don't know how long this is, 8, 10, 12 inches, something like that. Just going to poke it through the hole, pull the tail up through that and do a knot. And then I'm going to cut this excess off here. And let's get some black. One of the tricks to getting a good stencil impression is to get your chalk paste through the holes on the design, get the clumps and lumps lifted up, and then stop. Don't keep going over and over and over it, because that's when you can either go, oh my gosh, this was so cute. You could go outside of your lines, or you could push too much chalk paste through the design, and then it's all blurry and messy looking. Okay, what else do I have? Let's do this, this white one, this white mason jar. And I think this one is still a little wet too. So I'm not going to do the jute on it just yet. What should we do? Let's do this funny little bird. There are so many cute designs. And you know, one other thing you could do if you were going to have a get together, which I think this would be so much fun to do, you could have everyone who is coming let you know in advance and give you some money, and you could order them one of these stencils of their own and some black and white chalk paste, maybe to share for the whole group. But that way each person would have their stencil to take home, and you could order a whole bunch of the different, these 4 different styles of ornaments, and I think that would be really fun. Oh my gosh, this little bird is so cute. He has on a scarf and a hat and ice skates. Okay, so I've got my chalk paste on, and I'm just pulling the big lumps and clumps up. I'm going to pull my stencil off. Isn't that cute? I will get close-up pictures, and I'll post those when everything's all said and done. I'll put the pictures in these comments. Let me get another paper towel. And I'll also put it just on DiyDreaming. And you can let me know if you would like links for anything. Okay, so let's move on now. Let me close up my chalk paste. I will come back and finish the ones that are really still wet. And anyways, let's do some little bows and glue some stuff on so you can see what the finished result could be. And again, I was just keeping it super simple for this video, but you could do absolutely whatever colors appeal to you, you know, whatever style, however you would describe your style, and everybody can do their own thing. If you're gonna have a little get together, I think that would be super fun. Okay, so we're gonna set this guy aside. Let's do this one, because this was the first one that we did. I'm going to get my little heat device out for just a moment so I can make sure that this is reasonably dry. And I'm also bringing my Surebonder full shot. Oops. Hey, did you guys notice my cute little apron? This was the apron that I made a week or 2 ago using the Magnolia Craft Club stencil for the month of September. Which, if you're watching this afterwards and you're not part of Craft Club in September, this was exclusive and it won't be available. But it does give you some ideas of what you can do. let's see, what would we like to do for this one? I made a couple of bows in advance. This one did not turn out very good, so I think we'll remake that one if we were gonna do that again. Let's do just a crisscross style. And what I have sort of figured out is that you don't want your bows to be too huge, or else the scale won't work with the ornament. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of this one. I like to do it this way. I will fold them together and do that little dovetail clip, and it does it on both. I'll do that on this side too. Okay, so I'm going to do crisscross, and then this is some of my favorite ribbon. This right here. This was a Hobby Lobby ribbon. It was $2.99 and I got it when it was 40% off. It's the Ribbon Boutique brand, and they have this in all different sizes. It has these little pom-poms on it on either side, which I think are so cute. So let's do some of this, and let's also do some tulle. Take a length of tulle that is roughly the same length as this. Cut it off. And I'm going to do the same thing with the black. It's all going to get trimmed, so if it's not exactly the same length, it does not matter. Okay. I'm just sort of pinching it all together. This glue is low temperature. It's called Surebonder Cool Shot. So where I've got it in the center sort of pinched together, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here and there and kind of pinch that in. Okay, and that's what I got. And then I'm going to trim my ends off on both sides. And let's do, when I do my bows, I typically just use a little dab of glue in the center and just kind of go crisscross. So I'm starting with the 2 widest, crisscross, crisscross. And there are a zillion different ways to make a bow. That's pretty cute just by itself, minus the glue strings that want to get everywhere. And I'm going to glue this to the back of it. And then we'll just glue a piece of ribbon around the center, and we'll have an adorable bow. So let's use a teeny piece of this. You don't even have to do bows if you don't want to. That's just personal preference. Okay, now I'm just going to put some glue right here. Put this in the center. And I'm kind of wrapping it around to the back. And same thing with the front. Cut out that excess. And I might still want to trim my little tulle up a little bit. Yes, I definitely do. And I'm just going to glue that right on top of where I put my tail through the little hole on my ornament. And I will be using a blow dryer to melt all my glue strings in a little bit. But what do you think? Isn't that pretty darn cute? So I could probably have moved that stencil up a little bit. It is chalk paste if I really wanted to. And this is a chalkboard surface. I could come back and wipe that off and redo it, but I think it's just fine. Okay, let's do this one next. And you know what, I'm gonna go simple. I made this little bow before I came live. And I'll show you how to do that in just a second, but I think that will be perfect. Isn't that cute? What do you guys think? Do a this. That's a thumb, or this. That's a heart. If you're thinking that this is cute and fun and super easy and quick and super affordable, because it really is. All right, let me show you how I did that little bow. And we'll just do it with this little polka dot ribbon right here. Look at my fingers. You guys, I'm in such a mess. I don't know what I put them in, or keep putting them in something. And I don't want to wipe them on my new little apron. Okay, so I just cut this length of ribbon, and I'm going to make it first be like one of those hope ribbons. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to put a little dab of glue to hold that part together. And then I'm just going to pull this in right behind it. Put a little dab of glue there. And then I like to put a little band around that center part. I've even got glue strings on my fingers. Should have made my little tails go out further. But that's the general idea of it. Okay, we've done this one, and we've done this one. Let's do, what is going to be dry? Let's do this one. It's not dry, look at my fingers. Oh my goodness. Let's do something about that. A pearl would be adorable in the center. I love that idea. Or you could do a button. or a piece of bling. Just depends on what your style is. Okay, I'm going to go with this bow that I already made that is just tulle. Looking to see where's the front. And I'm going to put that right there. And I can come back and trim those shorter if I want, but look how cute that is. My goodness, my desk is a disaster. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do this one, but I'm gonna have to dry him. I'm going to take a piece of my polish. I'm doing a little knot up here. And let's use this other bow that I have ready, even though it does not look great. I did not get it centered. I think it would be fine if I cut the other sides a little bit shorter so it looks like I meant to have it be this way. Okay, I will come back and fiddle with that. Just gonna put that right there. So if you can ignore the glue strings, they're seriously everywhere. Let me turn on my fan for just a second because it is, I'm not even kidding, it feels like it's 900 degrees in here. Let me show you, and I didn't even use hardly any of them. I mean, there's so many cute designs on this Christmas Minis sheet. So let me know in the comments, I'm going to hold this up in just a second. Let me know in the comments if you would like some links to be able to hop over to my website and look. And I'll include, you know, where I got the black tulle, what the names are of the paint, what brand it is, all that good stuff. I'll also include like the link to the 12 pack of these and the 12 pack of these and of these. So just say link or complete supply list or supplies or something like that so I know what I can get for you. And I will finish this one up. Plus I'll do a few more and get you some pictures so you can imagine what you could do. Anyways, so here is one. Another cute idea would be to take the black chalk paste pens that you can get from Magnolia DIY and just do little dots in the sky. That was one. This was the Christmas tree. I stuck my finger right in the trees and got the chalk paste on my finger, but I did not smooch it on the ornament, so that was lucky. Here is our little bird with ice skates. And here is our little gnome. So if you were doing this with kids, there's also this cute little teddy bear that's wearing a sweater. This snowman face. There's lots of different designs here to appeal to all kinds of different people. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. I have quite a mess to clean up. But I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee and I'm gonna put some pumpkin spice creamer in it because I'm totally loving that this year. And I will get busy reading your comments, answering questions, getting links out to everyone. Then I'll come back, well, I will wash my stencils first, but then I'll come back and clean up my craft room and get a few more finished and all of that. Anyways, I hope that I inspired you. And listen, if you decide to do like an ornament making get together, please take pictures and share those with us because we want to see. Every ornament that is made could be completely different just based on, I mean, you can paint all of these pink or yellow or purple or gold or whatever. You could totally customize these to whatever your style preferences are or what the people working on the projects might like. Okay, talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining me. Sprinkle, sprinkle if you wouldn't mind. My Facebook algorithms are getting a little better. Oh, and thank you so much for the stars. I did not see who did that, but I will go back and look. All right, bye everyone.